Like took a screenshot or something? I downloaded it. It's off Can you open the app? Oh, yeah. I think you did it online before, not on the app. That's right. Well, that means like struggling signing in last time. That's the same thing you read last time, right? Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the New Ulm Civic Center. Minnesota River Bulldog hockey is on the air. Along with Joe King, I'm Ryan Phelps, and we should have a fun one here tonight. Joe, it should be a good test to see what these New Ulm Eagles bring to our Minnesota River Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's always fun playing on the Olympic-size rink down in New Ulm. And we always have a battle. No matter how good or bad each team is, it's always a close one. Looking forward to tonight, Ryan.
Rebound goals last year is what got us down here. That was a tough part of the game last year. So clean that up in front of our own net. We saw it in the JV game even. So see some good fast hockey. Cover your net, attack theirs. I think I like our chances here tonight.
Here we got Messer and Knight in goal tonight for the Bulldogs. Okay.
So Riley Cam, Ian O'Keefe, Cole Hagenmiller starting. The Twos and Frederickson at the blue line. Joe's getting some technical things figured out as we are just about set for the opening face-off. Minnesota River, of course, in their white uniforms with black and blue trim. They'll be traveling right to left on your screen here in this first period. New Ulm wearing their purple uniforms with white trim, traveling left to right. Some illness going through the Bulldog locker room. Not a ton, but Anders Liddell sick, and Camden Burns is also out.
Yep, hang tight, Bulldog fans. We're going to try to go on a hotspot here as the Wi-Fi connection is.
They are underway. The Bulldogs controlling off the draw. Hagenmiller bumps into his man Thordson as it's flipped right into the catching glove and swept away by Anderson. Hagenmiller down low. Twos pinching in. He's down in the corner. Played up the near side. Riley Cam drops it back. Frederickson has it now. Missed on the pass. No icing, though.
No icing there, though. Surprising.
Puck played to the far wall. Cam is there. Reverses down low for Hagenmiller. Chips it off the boards, but it's intercepted there by Bugler. Lifted high into the air. Bouncing into the Bulldog end. Wackel is back to get it. Sweeps it ahead for Cam. Foot race now. Riley Cam takes a whack at it, but somewhat missed. Back to the line now for Levi. Wrister wide. Bulldogs complete a line change. Here comes Hollerick, hot off the bench. 7-8-9 line for Moreau, but he couldn't get a shot off. There's a shot by Wackel, and it's deflected to the corner.
Good tip all front, just unable to put that in by Moreau there.
Moreau down for Hollerick. Zips it around. Nobody's at the near point, though. Two's coming off the bench in the middle of a change. So the Bulldogs will reset. Tipped at center by Gugesberg. Moreau stolen away from him. Hagberg ahead now across the line for Signs. Signs checked on the play by Breck. Wackel. Played around to the far side wall for Klein. Hollerick is there on the intercept. Looks for a long outlet. It was tipped at neutral ice. Picked up and carried the other way by Hauser. Hauser threw a poke. There's a wrist shot right on. Pad save made. Rebound swept in behind by Twos. And he throws a high hit. This is Hunt. Carter looking for an option. Chipped off the glass. Miller back in behind now. Twos leads the charge the other way as Hollerick tips it outside the line. New Ulm still offside as they have to touch up. Played ahead for Hunt. It was tipped. Whoa! Both players touched it. Wow. But icing is the call.
Yeah, Ryan, like I said earlier on the telecast, or the stream, sorry, it's going to be a very physical game down here in New Ulm. Always is, whether teams are no matter how good the teams are, not always very physical. New Ulm did lose, I believe, 7 seniors last year. That all played a key role for them. So Bulldogs definitely have the leadership and the returning players. Hopefully they can pull out a W tonight.
Off the face-off win. Shot whistled wide by Larson in the slot. Now Hunt is there to clear it away. Played around to the near side for Gugasberg. Looking for Miller, but he had leaked away from his spot. Larson, pestered, gets it to the line and out. Retreating is Thordson. He's there with Bugler. Outlet pass hit off a skate. Larson is back, but he fanned on the dump in. Gugasberg fights off a check. Thordson, outlet pass. This is Nordby. Nordby drop pass, nicely sticked away by O'Keefe. O'Keefe ahead underneath Hagenmiller and Cam. There's a loose glove on the ice. And now it's cleared out to center. Here's Tews. Banked ahead for O'Keefe. Tipped ahead now, this is Cam. He has Hagenmiller in front. Cam! Right through the blue paint. Draheim sends it down low off the end wall.
I wouldn't mind see Draheim putting that one on net. Had Cam out front or Hagenmiller out front looking for the tip of the rebound.
Intercepted by Hagenmiller. Cam was finishing a check, so he didn't see. It looked like he wanted to clear the zone. Another big check thrown in by Riley. Back to the line for Tews. Tews winds up a shot, tipped on. Rebound is loose and now cleared aside. Draheim off the glass, down low for Hagenmiller. Another big check thrown by Riley Cam. That's 3 on this shift. Flipped in. Bulldogs will change. Eagles skated out, long pass, a bit off the mark. But now cleared to center. Off the wall, Karam pass. This is Sellner. Sticked in behind by Messer. Tews is there. Up ahead for Moreau. Hollerick whacks at it toward Wackel. Here's Levi Wackel. Makes a nice move. 4-on-2 at the line, but it was poked away. Hollerick centered. Big rebound out front. Breck's shot. Couldn't get much on it as he had to it handcuffed him a bit.
Other hand, that's to his other hand, and that's a goal. But
on the half wall, cleared, and it was not touched, so we'll have an icing against New Ulm. 4-0 the shots, Joe. 12-11 left here. Still early in this one in the scoreless hockey game.
And a huge opportunity by the Bulldogs, that first line of Cam, Hagenmiller, O'Keefe early. Speaking of O'Keefe, first period sponsor again, O'Keefe Meats out of Lee Center, Minnesota. First period sponsor is O'Keefe Meats.
I was dreaming about those deer sticks he was talking to us about at the last game, Joe. That'd be a nice little snack on the drive home from New Ulm.
Yes, it would.
Tip past Draheim. Bulldogs quickly on the back check. Shot wide. That was by Ray. Or rather, that was Halla. There's a chance the other way on a breakaway. Plowing into the goaltender was Cam. So Cam rushing the net. That's crashing the net. Old school hockey right there by Riley Cam, your senior captain. Anderson really took a tough hit on that one in net for New Ulm. Clean play. And we'll go on 5-on-5. That was the 5th shot on goal for the Bulldogs. Cleared out, back into the Minnesota River end, and a chance for Halla. Back in behind. Cam with it. Takes a hit from Halla. Outlet for O'Keefe. Here's Ian O'Keefe. O'Keefe checked on the play. Nice defensive play that time for New Ulm. Back the other way come the Eagles. To the line and in. Carson Halla. Halla, a former TCU product. I coached him when he was a youngster as well, Joe. Number 22, sophomore for New Ulm. Bulldogs win the draw. Gugasburg and Wackel stabs at it. Flip to the line, not out. Hunt is there. Kept in by Smikalski.
Good play by Smikalski there to keep it in the.
We're at the mercy of the internet here, Joe.
Yep, unfortunately, I'm sorry, people. Yep. Looks like we're caught back up.
Hollerick to take the draw. Tipped ahead, now a foot race. Frederickson, nice job, and it was taken away. And now a rush once again. This one's Sellner and cleared. Wind up in a drive wide. Eagles touch up. Domrus back to get it. Outlet pass got away from Cam. Frederickson lining up a hit, and now here come the Bulldogs. Cam has a rush. Cam dips a shoulder shot and goes wide. This one will not be icing as it was
Watching it at home.
the far side, O'Keefe. And now back in behind the New Ulm net. Back there to get it is Klein. Hagenmiller on the steal. Shovels it back to Draheim. Quick shot. Never made it on. Might have been deflected wide. Gugasburg on the pinch. And now it's cleared for O'Keefe. He'll play it back to Draheim. Pass off a skate. And then Draheim fell. So Gugasburg back on his own. And now here comes Cam. Long shift here for Riley. Sent ahead for Hagenmiller. And then he'll peel off and change.
Good play by Riley there, just to dump it down. Didn't really have numbers. Like you said, extremely long shift for him. Just dumping it down, going off on a change.
Smikalski and Hunt in on the forecheck. Here comes Miller off the bench. Bouncing. This is Rewitzer and cleared. Miller back to get it. Long outlet. Got through to Hunt. Penalty coming up. This one will go against Moreau as it's. So power play for New Ulm. Settle it down. Thereby Thordson. Long outlet. Larson just walked through the Bulldog defense. Woo, boy. Second great chance of the game for New Ulm, and Connor Messer denied both.
Charlie Hogan saw enough and switched that D right up.
And another penalty coming up against Minnesota River. Ooh. It's going to go against Hop down. Cam with it. And now Frederickson will send it down. 30 seconds left in the New Ulm man advantage.
Can't get the deflection out of the zone.
Larson near side for Eaker. Eaker with it now. Tries to play one through, hit off the skate of Frederickson. Moreau able to clear, and that will about do it. Just 10 seconds left in the power play. One last rush, but this one will end as Twos picks it up. Power play has been killed off effectively.
Right through him.
Hollerick plays it down. For Smikalski to the point. Fredericks. Played off the advertisement on the far side. Dasher. Wackel for Gugasburg. Pitch for save. Big rebounds, Joe. That's the theme of this period. Big rebounds.
Hopkins, that game, we were there to put him in today.
We'll step away. We'll get this technology fixed. We'll see you back.
Test, 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 test. Daryl from Darford, can you hear us? Daryl, you there? Check, check, Daryl, you there? Breaker, breaker, 1-9er. And welcome back, Bulldog fans. Joe Kane with the main man, Ryan Phelps, kicking it over to Ryan here.
Yeah, welcome. It's going to be our best period of the season, Joe. I can feel it. Bulldogs and Eagles scoreless in a period heavily outplayed, where the Bulldogs heavily outplayed the Eagles in that one. Looking good, I think, from start to finish. A couple penalties they had to kill off, and that's where, 3 of the 4 shots
Three of the 4 shots came from, yep. Shots 11-4 after the first period.
And you wouldn't know this by just looking at the stat sheet, but some really, really nice saves by Connor Messer in that first period. He had a couple of point-blank chances he denied. Really not much of a look at all. Coach Arlo Guthrie says no comment as he walks by. And resume here in this second period. And we're underway. Big check off the draw by Riley Cam. Stolen by Cole. Back to the point. Frederickson. Shot. It's in front. They stole. Rebound for Hagen Miller. O'Keefe nearly put that away. Delayed penalty coming up. That one's shot wide. And it's loose in front again and forced wide by O'Keefe. 2 great looks for Ian O'Keefe. Cross-checking the call.
Bulldogs going to go on their first power play.
We got Bryce Meyer out there.
First shift of the game for Bryce. Love that it's on a power play.
Along with Cam and Hagen Miller, Tews, and Hollerick. Cam had won the draw, but it kind of took a funny hop off his stick. Tews pitching in, but couldn't get there in time as it's cleared by Forstner.
See if this power play can stay hot, Ryan.
Yeah, they had some nice looks on against Hopkins last week. Here comes Tews. Kicks it across the line as Meyer in front. Centered, hit off a skate. Cam drops it off for Tews. Hollerick from the slot. And it deflected off the goaltender's elbow into the netting.
What was that? 3 power play goals against Hopkins last Thursday night? Oh, Wednesday night? Tuesday night,
yeah,
Ryan.
Tuesday. Yep.
With the holidays. I forget it was Tuesday night.
Yeah, did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, great Thanksgiving. Mother-in-law is a great cook, so ate like a king as always. How about you? How was the feast that you supplied for everybody?
Fantastic. Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
You had your family over and then Friendsgiving as well, right?
Yeah, the kids had a Friendsgiving.
Okay.
It's kind of nice. Here's Cam. Plays it back to Hollerick. Still a minute 15 left of power play time for the Bulldogs. Tews up for Hollerick. Shot sticked away. Battling in behind is Cole. Now Meyer has it in his skates. He lost the handle as it was cleared by Rewitzer.
Sticking with this top line with a minute left to go in the power play for the Bulldogs.
Couple good looks, some really nice puck control. Now they change the defender. Tews is off for Levi Wackel. Hollerick chips it ahead for Wackel. Hollerick near side. Cam. That hit off a shin guard.
Bulldogs just can't get it down low.
Levi was tripped on the play, but play goes on. Breakaway opportunity in behind Cam, but he sniffs it out.
Bryce just looked at it, didn't go for it.
Riley takes a big shoulder check that time from Larson. 10 seconds left in the power play. Tipped in by Levi Wackel. 5 seconds left in the power play. And that will do it. Couple two. Here's Smikalski. And cleared. Gugesberg picks it up. He'll send it in deep and takes a hit on the play. Smikalski in the corner. Goes in behind the net. Bank pass off the wall. Frederickson steps in. Nice play. Turnaround shot. Off the stick and off the glass. Smikalski battling. Played off the carom. Gugesberg winds up a shot. It was blocked on the way. Broke the stick.
Thank God it wasn't my kid's stick.
Smikalski to Domris, and the pass out of reach for Gugesberg. Frederickson hustles back. Moreau tips it ahead.
Just out of Hollerick's reach.
At the line, nearly a rush. Now gloved down out of midair that time by Sellner. Chipped off the Eagles hockey logo on the far side wall. Thornton able to get through 2 Bulldogs, but not a third. Here's Hollerick down low. Hunt on the backhand. Plays it near side for Levi. Levi, nice little pirouette now down low for Hollerick. He's checked off the puck. Pinching in is Wackel. Hunt on the retreat as the puck was cleared. This is Larson. Harassed on the play. Here's a chance now. Good look for the Bulldogs if they hurry, but the pass was off the mark. Oh, Fandon. Smooter tied up. Kept in by Hunt and played down low. Anderson will settle it behind his net. Hunt checked on the play. Back in behind, this is Thornton. Outlet pass too strong. Untouched and icing. 12:08 to go here as we approach the midway point of the hockey game. Still scoreless down here in New Ulm.
Yeah, Bulldogs definitely dominating the second period, same way they did the first period, but score is still tied 0-0. Got a hot goalie on their hand for New Ulm.
He's looked good. Bulldogs win it cleanly. That's Cam. Grayheim tipped down low by Gugesberg. Cole is there. Hagen Miller checked on the play. Fights it off. Cam tries to pick it clean. Scores free. He'll keeps out front. Cam couldn't get the pass off. Now back to the line for Drayheim. His shot deflected. Gugesberg pinching in. Throws a heavy hit on Halla. And now back to get it is Gugesberg. Still loose. Tipped ahead. Nice play to Hagen Miller there offside.
Oh.
That's a good call. O'Keefe was just a half step ahead. He had lifted that back foot on his stride.
Good call. Didn't see it. I was looking at the puck. Good scoring opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Unable to avoid the offsides, unfortunately.
Smikalski to take the draw against Eaker. Bulldogs push the face-off ahead, but the Eagles gain control and flip it right into the bench. I think back over the years of coaching here, Joe, we've had a lot of success in this rink.
Yep.
This has been a fun place to play over the years for Bulldogs.
I remember, not to jinx it, Ryan, but I remember when this group was Bantams, first-year Bantams for a lot of these kids, and they beat them 5 times in 1 year.
That's remarkable. Must have been a couple tournaments in there.
Couple tournaments, and then districts and regions.
Jeez. Regions too, huh?
Yep.
How about that? Two's back to get it. 11 minutes to play here in the second period. All the way down for Miller on the outlet, taken away. Centering attempt, tipped in behind by Domris. Played back to the line, off the skate of Klein. His shot blocker save. It was going wide of the net, but Messer was still there to make the save. Anyways, chance now in front on the shot. Backhand! The save made by Messer! And they wave it off! They wave it off! They immediately waved that off, Joe.
Yep, the net was off. Looked like net was off.
Messer saved the original. The whistle blew, and then the puck went in the net. 0-0. It remains here in New Ulm.
Bulldogs got lucky there, and that's what I was talking about in the first period, Ryan. They've definitely dominated and granted a hot goalie. It's tough. Hopefully Messer keeps his head in the game. When you're dominating and don't have a lot of saves, you can get very complacent. So hopefully that doesn't happen with Connor today. coach is looking for an explanation. They rested everything right away. I mean, they blew it down right away.
Oh, absolutely. All right, 10:35 to play here in the second period. 0-0 it remains. Let's see if that lights a fire under one of these teams. Another near turnover. Tipped ahead. Now here's Hollerick with it. Hollerick, Thordson back on defense. Hollerick slows down towards the net. Deflected in front by their own team. A little friendly fire. Centering pass by Wackel. And now Moreau with it behind the net. He's checked on the play. Sellner banks it off the dasher. This is Breck Wackel underneath him. Picked free by Hollerick. Kept in at the line by Levi. They'll ring it around the rail to the near side. Signs is back to get it for New Ulm. Jago Smooter on the defense. In on the forecheck, I should say. And now Thordson ahead on the breakout pass. Tipped at the line. Bulldogs are able to gain the line. Here they come. Shot from the slot. Hit off the defender, Bugler. A lot of shin shots here, Joe.
Yep. A lot of block shots by the Eagles today so far.
Nice outlet pass tipped in by Moreau, but he's long in the shift. He'll head off. Top line back out for the Bulldogs. Cam in behind. Centering pass. Oh, push just wide.
O'Keefe. He's had a couple opportunities. They just unable to put anything in the back of the net.
Here's O'Keefe walking out of the corner. It's loose for Hagenmiller, but he can't get to it. Kept in by Gugesberg. Fired off the end wall. Karam's all the way back to the line. Hagenmiller can't keep it. Cam has it now at center. Zone clears. Cam is in. Cam tries to go right through Bugler and is flipped up into the netting. And we've got a stoppage with 8:56 to play here in the second period.
Shots 4-2 in favor of the Bulldogs this period. Score still tied 0-0. Like Ryan said, 8:56 left to go in the period.
Well, those two shots were on that one play.
Yes.
Bouncing puck picked up by the Eagles. They'll lead the charge the other way. Holla had it poked off his stick nicely by Gugesberg. In for Cam. O'Keefe ahead. Here's Hagenmiller. Six save. Rebound is loose in front. Backhander. They score! As Riley Cam puts the Bulldogs up in front.
Riley Cam Cameroon.
The initial shot hit off the goaltender's butt of his stick, and then they scrambled for the rebound. Cam was there to tap it home.
And I believe his line mates got the assist on those.
Yeah, O'Keefe and Hagenmiller will both get assists.
That top line stays hot. That's Riley's fourth goal of the season in 3 games.
Well done.
And his line mates, each that makes their second assist on the season.
Hollerick with it. He's pinched up against the glass. Played off the back of the net to the far side wall, tipped out and cleared to center. Harassing the whole way was Moreau. They kick it across the line. This is Larson with it. Into the corner, Eaker. Larson there, picked up and cleared. We'll have an icing against Minnesota River.
A little more pressure on the Bulldogs there. Eagles came out after the goal. But Ryan, like we talked, first period, a lot of trash out front. Bulldogs just got to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, many opportunities. I mean, we talked about it. 19 shots so far, and think of all the block shots they've had.
I would say just as many block shots, Ryan.
Yeah, a lot of offensive zone time. Eight minutes even to play here as we're just past the midway point of this hockey game. Face-off win for the Minnesota River. Here comes Domaris. Domaris fighting through Eagle defenders and gains the line. Reverse pass, pinching in is Fredrickson. Couldn't get there in time. Domaris on the back check, picks up a man. Way offside. Oh, they did get back, though. Nordby delayed long enough for the zone to clear. Hunt back to get it. Now he'll hand it off for twos. Twos flips ahead for Domrus. 3-on-2 at the line. Drop pass. It got underneath the stick of Hollerick. Big check thrown by Twos. Puck scores free for Hollerick. He wants to play it out front, but there's nobody there.
Nobody there for the Bulldogs. Hunt went back as Twos went down low, so Hunt went back to the defensive spot to help Frederickson.
Puck scores free for Hollerick. Played in nearly offside. Now Hollerick on the steal. Gains the line, drops it off for Hunt. Oh, loose in the slot! Bryce Meyer was right there, but the pass was just a stride late. That was a gorgeous play set up by Hollerick and Hunt, but the timing was just off.
Had it wobbling off his stick or rolling up on his stick.
Hunt in the corner. Got away from Wackel. A rush the other way for Signs. Signs in on the backhand. He scores. Signs evens things up at 1 with 6:30 to play here in the second period. Nice move on the breakaway.
Yep. They've only had 7 shots, but a ton of scoring opportunities, a ton of odd man
What's the
rushes.
third breakaway?
Yep.
Or fourth? Fourth breakaway.
Yep. Definitely outplaying them. Shots 19-7, game tied 1 apiece.
So we'll reset and do it again. Tied at 1. Unassisted goal by Signs. Played ahead by Smikalski. Poked at, now turned back around by Hegberg, and quickly cleared by Minnesota River. Draheim picks it up, loose at center. Gains the line, now retreating with it is Rewitzer. Bank pass to the near side for Klein. Klein on the outlet to Halla. Long pass ahead, Smikalski drops it in front for Miller, but he couldn't get a shot on. Rewitzer back to get it. Bank pass ahead for Halla. Turnaround shot, bouncing and stolen. Bulldogs have numbers if they hurry. O'Keefe hands it off for Cam. Cam walks in and hits it off the crossbar. Hagen Miller now low for Cam. Back to the point. Shot through traffic. Blocked again off a shin guard.
They're waiting for those. We got to pull that trigger right away.
Need to make another pass.
Yep.
Picked up by Cam. Flipped on, out. Bouncing puck. Settled by Bugler and played ahead. Big check thrown by Frederickson. Puck is loose. 5 minutes to play as Twos and puts his man on the ice. Frederickson with a nice move to escape his own zone, and he'll send it in deep. Hagen Miller in the corner, fighting with 2 defenders. Pulled free by O'Keefe. Centering pass, looking for Cam, but it was tipped. Wackel, the shot, stick save. Puck is loose on the doorstep and now clear to the corner.
Big rebound, just went over Cam's stick there.
Cleared, but O'Keefe is right there for the steal. Sent ahead. Hagen Miller missed on the pass. Turned it over, and now this might be an icing, and it's got enough juice, and it does. 4:20 left here in the second period in a tie hockey game, 1-1.
Good shift by that top line for the Bulldogs. Cam, Hagen Miller, and Keefe. Another scoring chance or 2 in there.
Hollerick to take the draw against Nordby. I tell you, Hollerick is always in the right spot. When the puck scores free, he's there. Here he comes in a shot. I think he's got as good anticipation as anybody you'll see at this level. Sends it back to the point. Gugesberg shot. That one hit off the blocker pad.
But hey, we got it to the puck. We got it to the net. We haven't been able to get a lot from the blue line to the net today.
No, certainly not. Tipped by Nordby to the line, not out. Toward the net, and now cleared to Wackel. It's Breck Wackel, and they're good at the line. Breck thrashing through defenders. Levi can't hold it, but it got held up just enough in the snow in front of the Bulldog bench. Here's Hollerick. He lost it at the line to
Tried to push it by.
Yeaker back the other way. Yeaker, nice defended. Oh, right in front! And Wackel was there to disrupt. Here's a chance now. Shot on. Save made by Messer. Gugesberg locked up with Nordby. Oh, that was what turned out to be a very dangerous play. I'd have to see the replay again, but I think Wackel just saved a goal on the back door.
Definitely did, yep.
And thank all of you for joining us here on this chilly Tuesday evening in southern Minnesota.
Chilly is right. They do not have the heat turned up in here either.
I got the winter coat and the stocking hat on. I came prepared today, Joe. Here's Miller. Floats it out front, but too much for Smikalski. Bouncing puck. Smuter initially saved it. Hunt able to gain the zone. Smikalski on the near side. Splits the D. Now Hunt back in behind. Reverse pass. This is Bugler. Chopped at by Signs. Signs the goal scorer. Both number 6s scoring in the game. Cam for Minnesota River. Signs for New Ulm. Bugler back for it. Signs stolen away by Cam. Cam makes him miss. Centered. Miller is there on the steal. This is O'Keefe. Tried to go to Smuter at the point. Signs on the rush the other way, but he's long in the shift. Signs, not the biggest kid out there, but he has some serious speed.
So is Miller. Miller's been out there for a while, and now we're going to have icing.
Missed on the pass, icing the call. Minute 56 left in this second period. We are tied at 1. Shots, 21 for Minnesota River, 9 for New Ulm. I want to wish a happy birthday to Bulldog Junior, number 2, Gavin Phelps, turning 17 years old today. How about that?
Yeah, happy birthday, Gavin. Looks like he's over there doing homework right now.
He is. Well, that dental school isn't going to pay for itself, Joe. Bulldogs clear the zone. Dumped right back in that time by Hauser. First one in is Halla as he takes a check on the play from Frederickson. O'Keefe back to pick it up. He'll wrap it around to the near side for Hagenmiller. Played ahead for Frederickson, taken away by Halla. He missed on the pass, but he gets his own right back. Dips his shoulder. Halla to the corner. Taken away from him by Riley Cam.
Cam and Keefe kind of both looked at each other there. Neither one of them went for it. Bulldogs look kind of slow the last few minutes of
and here's
period.
A chance. 2-on-1. Cam as O'Keefe. Cam centering pass. O'Keefe. Oh, what a save by Anderson.
Another one for Keefe, and he just couldn't put it in the back of the net. Man.
1 minute left now here in this second period. A rush that time by Hauser, thwarted by Gugesberg. He's checked on the play. Bouncing puck in the slot. Picked up and carried ahead by Hollerick. It's a foot race now, but getting back there in time was Thordson. And now here's Larson across the line. Larson stops in the slot. Shot. Bouncing puck. Ends up off the glass and cleared, and we'll have an icing with 30 seconds left here in the second period. I like that play. Beautiful pass between the legs by Cam. He had O'Keefe, and O'Keefe, I like the move. Forehand to backhand.
Anderson's just getting lucky out there stopping it. He's got O'Keefe's number tonight.
Anderson's look sharp. Messer's look sharp. Again, don't look at the stat sheet on the 8 saves by Connor Messer. Those were some great looks on those 9 shots they have. We've got an Eagle down on the ice. That's Nordby, slow to get up. He's offside. 5-on-4. Frederickson able to clear. Shot, save, rebound, and covered. And now an offensive zone face-off for the Bulldogs here with just 10.5 to play. 10.5 seconds.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Cam. Here comes Cam to take the face-off, or at least get out there to take the shot.
Yeah, he'll replace Domris on the ice. Not on the face-off, though. They're going to leave Holler because Holler's going to want to win it back to Cam. And it's won by the Eagles. They're just going to sit on it in the corner. 7 seconds left. Hollerick pulls it free. 3 seconds. Cam with 1 second left, and they can't get the shot off. Time expires with 2 goals scored in the period. Riley Cam, along with Jackson Signs for New Ulm. So we're tied at 1 through 2. We'll be back with third period action here in New Ulm. Strike up the band. The teams are coming back out onto the ice. I love when they have live bands in the arena, Joe.
Yeah, they got a band of about 10 people over there, Ryan.
Love it. Welcome back to New Ulm. Ryan Phelps, Joe Kane. Bulldog hockey is on the air. Tied at 1 after 2.
And Ryan, I just want to give a quick shout out to the guy that's always making sure everything is always working. There is Chris Hagemiller right there. He's my mic guy. Anytime we have issues pregame or anytime we have issues pregame, midgame, he lets me know about it. So, Chris, Daryl, thank you guys for all your help out there.
Well, I want to see more of the same in this third period for the Bulldogs, but just capitalizing on it.
Put it in the back of the net.
Yep. Let's knock in 3.
I went over to Brad O'Keefe in between periods, and I go, what did he do to deserve that? He goes, I don't know. He can't put it in the back of the damn net. I think 4 chances he said that he's had. So hopefully tides change for that O'Keefe family, and Ian puts one in the back of the net like he did against Hopkins.
2 words, meat sticks.
Yep. Meat stick cures all. First period sponsored by O'Keefe's Meats. Second, O'Keefe's Meats out of Lee Center. Second period, Jimmy's Bar in Kasota. And third period, Gretchen Ream Financial out of Mankato. Thank you guys again for your sponsorships.
All right, we're set to begin third period action. Bulldogs traveling right to left on your screen, and we are underway here in the third, tied at 1.
It's the first time the Bulldogs didn't win the face-off as the start of the period. They've gone on odd man rushes right away.
And this will be an icing.
Yep. 15 seconds into the period and an icing. You battling a cold here, Ryan? Or?
Well, I had a pre-Thanksgiving, just a 2-dayer, nothing to it, but this nagging cough that won't go away.
Yep. It's going around.
Bulldogs win the draw. Here comes Hagenmiller with O'Keefe. Played it deep into the zone. And now back in behind the New Ulm net. Stolen away by Cam. He's checked in the corner. Hagenmiller with it now. O'Keefe, rather. Passes through off the mark, and now Twos is back for it. Oh, nearly turned over at the line, or it was turned over. Nearly a great opportunity the other way, but instead here come the Bulldogs. Cam hits the brakes, bumped on the play ahead for O'Keefe, and poked in behind the net. Off the end wall. O'Keefe locks up with his man. Puck squirts free. Draheim pinching in. He'll send it in behind for O'Keefe. O'Keefe and Cam both very long in this shift.
Yep, minute 8 at least. Minute 8 right now.
Here's Riley. Shot blocked. And he's upended on the play.
We got to shoot that puck quick. First block shot of the period. I'm going to count it this period, Ryan. How many?
Moreau ahead. Draheim to the line. To the middle. Shot blocked. Banged off the end wall to the near side for Moreau. Little reverse pass there by Wackel, but it was intercepted. Big hit thrown by Gugesberg. And tripping on the blue line that time was Larson. Played in deep. Selner with it. Played back. Selner upended on the play. Signs can't hold the zone.
Brack Wackel just got cross-checked down behind the play.
Oh. Hollerick with it. Just a nice little job of stick handling to get away from Signs. And behind the net now. Klein missed on the pass. That one's going to escape all the way back into the New Ulm zone. Anderson there to calm things down. Rewitzer back to get it first. Nice job to get away from Moreau. Outlet pass, tape to tape. Carried across by Forstner. Centered. Blocked away. Hunt is there. But picked up first by Hauser. And now Hollerick, again, just in the right spot, always. Max Hollerick. Hollerick tried to center, but it was knocked away. Kept in at the line by Twos. I want to see a Twos cannon here.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see one all season. That'd be a good time for one.
Centered. Miller on the back door, but it was just deflected out of his reach. Driven in all the way around Miss Mikulski. Eagles get there first, though. It's Holla. He takes a big hit by Frederickson. Now Frederickson, he's got Hunt on the lead, just out of his reach. 13:41 to play here in the third. Tie game, 1-1.
Ryan, I was told by a couple of the parents in between periods, this is Anderson's first varsity start. Talk about a way to,
no kidding,
to have your first varsity start. Saved 22 out of 23 shots so far.
Frederickson wraps it all the way around to the near side. Played down low. Smikulski throws his man to the ice. Frederickson is there. Nordby checks him. High hit on Frederickson. Elbows got up a little bit high that time by Larson. And now played ahead. Nice cross pass, but Miller couldn't handle it. Beautiful tape to tape on the rush. Save made, and the rebound is cleared in behind. Another breakaway opportunity for New Ulm. And Connor Messer once again makes the save.
That should never happen with the short bench here. The short change.
So 12:51 to go here as we're getting our scoreboard updated. Puck sits on the face-off dot, poked back by Hagen Miller. Signs now feeds the point right back down to Signs. Centered in the slot, a shot and a save by Connor. Telling you, they haven't had many chances, but they have had some good ones. Here's a rush the other way. Now O'Keefe across the line. O'Keefe dips his shoulder. His shot was blocked. Heard that before.
Block 2.
Draheim sends it in behind. Gugesberg will try to track it down. Sends it down low. O'Keefe, he's got Hagen Miller streaking. Drops it for Cam! And the stick save made by Anderson. This one hit off Draheim all the way down. Played in behind for Cam. 12 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, and it'll keep breaking too. Shoot.
Bulldogs in a change. Klein with it. Wackel on him. Klein lost an edge. Cam is there. He'll hit the brakes and reverse field. Cam across the line. Fights through one check and throws a man down. He's just mean.
Yep.
He plays mean. Clear to the line, not out, a chance in the slot, and a glove save. No, whistle blew. The whistle blew. Beautiful glove save by Connor Messer. We got to give him some help on the other end, Joe.
Yep.
Connor has played shutdown goaltending tonight. And again, not many chances, but the ones that have gotten through have been just glorious looks for New Ulm.
With our blue line, with our decor supposed to be the strong part of our team, we gotta eliminate those.
Oh, that one whistles wide.
God, that one went wide. He didn't even see that one.
That was Larson on the hard wrister. Centered. Larson's there on the doorstep. Tried to feed back door, but Frederickson was there. Puck is loose in front. And save made by Messer as Twos came in and just dropped Eaker.
Surprise, Coach Miller over there isn't switching it up. This line can't seem to get the puck out of their zone right now.
Hollerick squaring off against Nordby. Nordby wins it too cleanly, and it goes all the way back into the Eagle end. 11 minutes on the clock. Played around all the way back to twos, and he'll just shovel it off the end wall. Bounces out front, loose in the slot. Two steps up, pickpocketed by Hollerick. Fights his way through a check, turnaround shot. No one sails into the corner. I think it was deflected partially. Twos with a couple of checks in deep. Here comes Nordby. Fredrickson. Nordby walking in, and save made by Messer again. Wow. And now here comes Twos the other way. Nate Twos. Oh, right through the defense, but he couldn't get past the final defender. Oh, there's a man who's in front. Hunt to center. Rebound. Oh! And the backhander by Bryce Myers on the doorstep. Oh, what a flurry by Minnesota River.
Man, you got Twos playing like a man possessed down there. Gets a shot on net, stays with it, throws it out to Hunt. Hunt right out to Meyer out front, and huge save by Anderson.
Bulldogs win the faceoff cleanly, but they don't possess afterwards. It's Mikulski at center. On his backhand, drops it for Hunt, but he lost it. Here comes Sellner. Shot. Save made by Messer. And this one's going to end up out of play. No, stayed in now, 2-on-1. Here's Hunt. Carter Hunt drops it back. He's got Meyer trailing. Played all the way to the near side. Got by Gugasberg. He took a funny angle.
New Ulm's doing what Hopkins is doing, just having a guy break out into the zone, break out from the zone, trying to give them odd man rushes.
Off the post.
Speaking of odd man rushes, there was another one.
This one knocked down by Cam at neutral, and he took too long to get across the line.
Just couldn't caught it, dropped it, just couldn't get it clean.
9:09 left here in the third.
Very even third period.
Oh, very much so. New Ulm's look good here, and we've given them some great looks. Cam through the face-off, just pushes it on ahead, hits the brakes, drops it for Cole. O'Keefe in the corner. I want to see a big Hagen-Miller shift here.
Yep.
He had a great game early on, and then we kind of lost him here the last little while. Fredrickson, nice back check. Sent in deep by New Ulm. Twos back to get it. He's got Halla on him. Right into the skates. Knocked down by Hagen-Miller. And then Twos knocks his man down. Here comes Cole, but he lost it. Laid ahead for O'Keefe. O'Keefe has Hagen-Miller. Hagen-Miller couldn't hold on, and it's covered by Anderson. 8:22 left as we're just past the midway point of this third period.
.822 left to go in this period. Very balanced third period here. Shots 4-4. But definitely New Ulm with the better scoring opportunities.
Smooter on the back check. Knocks it away from Larson, but only for a moment. New Ulm regroups. It's Riewitzer. Taken away by Wackel, but Riewitzer knocks it right off his stick. Here's Levi. Checked on the play. Puck scores free for Nordby. Nordby back to the line. Riewitzer. High slot. Here's a chance in front. Well high of the net by Eaker. Two defenders converge. Hollerick is one as he emerges with it. Maxwell taking himself, now floats it on for Breck. Breck Wackel fights through the check of Larson. Wackel centers, but Moreau is tied up. Here's Gugasberg. Flipped on ahead for Hollerick. Hollerick gains the line. Hollerick to the end line, hits the brakes, circles. Draheim can't hold on to it, and now it's a foot race. Draheim holds off Nordby. Gugasberg flips it ahead. Kept in at the line, and now here's a chance for Hollerick. Hollerick is 1-on-2, the rest of the team changing in behind. Hollick walks in and puts a shot right into the belly of Anderson, and he'll squeeze that with 7 even into play.
Good play by Hollick, kind of held his stick back so they couldn't get to it. Shot on net, so we covered it. Goalie covered it. Face off, keeping the zone for the Bulldogs.
Eagles control off the draw. Play toward the net. And now swept around by Thorson to the near side. Bulldogs involved in 2 one-goal games already this year. I have a feeling this will be the third. They lost in overtime to West Tonka. They beat Hopkins by a late goal by Ian O'Keefe with under a minute to play. Here's Thorson now in a tie hockey game 1-1. Past the midway point of the third period. Hunt. And now Tews with it. Nice move by Nate Tews, the junior captain. Sent ahead. Miller splits the D, but he couldn't quite get it free from Bugler. That was a nice little play. And now back the other way comes New Ulm on another rush. That one's blocked by Frederickson off the stick of Hauser. Hauser hit the post on his last look like that. And now weaving through traffic. Nice play by Frederickson to disrupt that by Rewitzer. In behind.
Good play by Frederickson there to knock him down after he got rid of the puck.
You're right. It was. O'Keefe there now. Here's Tews. Up ahead for Miller, but too strong. Signs is there. Tews in behind the net. Looks like Frederickson's shaken up. His right foot needs to get off. And that was his chance. Here comes Cam now. Cam with speed, right up the gut. Drops it off for O'Keefe. O'Keefe's shot. Took just a little bit too long. It was blocked away. Nice job on the steal by Cam. Knocks off a defender. Cole is there. Puck is underneath Cam. And Gugesberg. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. A chance in front. Great defense by Minnesota River. As Cam blows up another man. That was Larson this time. Cam taken down. O'Keefe is there. And it was touched. No icing. Here comes Hagenmiller with speed. Down to the corner first, but he's checked off the play that time by Klein. 4:45 remaining. Klein nearly turned it over in front for Domris. Here's a rush for Eaker. He's got Nordby on the drop. Hollerick fighting through that. Played on ahead by Wackel. They let it go and no icing. This is going to roll right in on net as Anderson feathers it over to the corner for Berg. Long outlet for Eaker. He sends it out front. Frederickson's right back out on the ice. Clear to the line, not out. Thorson through traffic. Easily seen by Connor Messer. Here's a chance in front. Puck is loose and knocked down by Frederickson. He got it to the line. This one shot on, deflected just wide. Hollerick is there. He stabs at it. Puck is loose. Turnaround shot by Eaker. Goes wide. Bugler sends an outlet ahead. Through traffic is Thorson. Shot on, pad save made.
Really long shift for this forward line. They got to get off. All of them are just gassed.
Frederickson able to clear.
And none of them are getting off.
Frederickson changes it now in behind. Here's a 3-on-0. Shot on! And the save made by Messer. Centered, and it comes all the way off. All the way down, I should say.
Oh my gosh. Only two of them are getting off.
Gugesberg back to get it. 3:11 to play. Here goes Meyer in on the back check. This one gloved down in front by Levi. Sent ahead and out. Hauser dumps it right back in. Hollerick now changes. Cam comes out to replace him. Rather Smikalski. Gugesberg with it. And he wasn't to center. Oh, they wave it off. I thought they were going to call an ice. Smikalski, turnaround shot right on. Swept to the near side by Anderson. 2:40 left. Played ahead. Frederickson is there. Drop pass for Tews. Off the wall for Meyer. Got through him. Sent ahead, knocked down by Frederickson. Frederickson's
Nope, they're going to be off.
delayed.
Yep.
Frederickson's had a nice third period. Settled down by Anderson. Nearly got caught up behind his own net. Big check thrown by Frederickson. Now Smikalski is there. He takes a vicious hit by Halla. Hauser, long outlet pass. And again, a rush for New Ulm. The puck is loose and swept into the corner by Messer. 2 minutes left. In the slot, backdoor pass for Nordby. He couldn't handle it.
Jeez, boys, come on.
Twos to the far corner. Sent ahead for Hagenmiller. Drop pass, dangerous. Played back in front for Halla. Now Twos down low. He takes a bump from Nordby. Banked off the dasher to the near corner. 1:40 left in regulation.
Bulldogs need a whistle or something. Bulldogs just look gassed right now.
Here's Cam. Fights to the check of Eaker. Cam skates free of it. Now here's numbers the other way. Sent across for O'Keefe. He couldn't catch up to it. Here's Riley overskated. Dodges a hit with 1:15 to play. To the far side. Cam on the steal. Checked on the play. He's able to break free. Thornton takes him down. Under a minute now to play. O'Keefe to the line. Here's Gugesberg. Wrist shot. Blocks. Down in front by Anderson. I think it got through to him.
Yep, it looked like it got through him. Bulldogs finally get a shot.
Here's Cam in behind. Back up top for Gugesberg. Quick snapper on. Can't save it, a rebound. And it's cleared all the way down. 35 seconds left. Oh, they call it icing. Thought that was getting waved off.
Miller, do you call T.O. here to get that top line back out?
I think I would. We'll see what he does. He does. Timeout for Miller.
I mean, nobody else. They've had tons of opportunity. Nobody else on this Minnesota the last 4 or 5 minutes has had any offense for the Bulldogs. Yeah, good timeout with Chris Miller with 34 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, I mean, you look at the scoring chances on the offensive end for the Bulldogs have been plentiful. But this third period has exposed a few things defensively for Minnesota River.
Which is very surprising. And like you said, Ryan, the last few minutes, it's been all tilted in New Ulm's favor. So hopefully the last 34 seconds we can tilt it back in our favor and put the winner in the back of the net.
Well, they've got the 7-8-9 line is still standing on the ice, but I think they're going to throw O'Keefe, Hagenmiller, and Cam back on.
The other boys are getting a break sitting down. You gotta have Cam out there for sure, and then whoever else. Yeah, O'Keefe's coming over the board, so yeah, that top line's going in.
Twos, O'Keefe. I think you'll see Frederickson out there. No, Wackel. It's Levi. So Cam, O'Keefe, Hagenmiller, Twos, and Wackel. Levi Wackel. 34.6 seconds remaining. 1-1 hockey game. Controlled most of the time, for sure through the first two periods, by Minnesota River. New Ulm has come on strong here in the third. Here's Twos, backhander wide. Hagenmiller dips in behind the net, but can't catch up to it. With speed the other way, stolen by O'Keefe, only momentarily. Wackel with it, 15 seconds to play. Ahead for Cam, between the legs. Hagenmiller gains the line. 10 seconds left. Back for Cam. He's knocked down on the play. They wrestle for it. 4 seconds left. This one's going to be tied up, and we are going to head, once again, folks, to overtime.
Second overtime for the Bulldogs in 3 games. With the game tied 1-1, shots 30-17 in favor of the Bulldogs.
3-minute timeout here, and then we'll be back for an 8-minute sudden death overtime. Stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. Back here at New Ulm, heading to overtime, tied at 1 with Minnesota River and New Ulm. Ryan Phelps, Joe Kane. Looking ahead, Joe. The Bulldogs are off for a week. We'll be down in Waseca next Tuesday. Tough game there last year. We'll see if we can turn things around.
Yeah, tough game last year. They just played. I know that was New Ulm's only game of the season so far, and New Ulm beat them 6-5.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep.
So we're at at Waseca next Tuesday, at Redwood Valley next Thursday. Yep. Home again on December 13th, where we'll play Southwest Christian.
And on the call on Tuesday is Ryan Phelps with Andrew Byrne.
All right, here we go, folks. Overtime hockey here in New Ulm. Bulldogs traveling left to right here in this overtime frame. Tipped on ahead. O'Keefe across the line, lost it, gets it back in the slot, but lost it again. Twos pinches in, takes a big hit on the play. Here's Cam in behind the net. Cam plays it back to the point. Quick shot blocked. Fredrickson holds Nordby up just long enough. Twos is there. Swung at it but missed. A chance for the Eagles. Loose in front. And Twos is there to disrupt things. Cole Hagenmiller takes a cross check right to the neck. O'Keefe. Now Cam with it. Hits the brakes. Lost an edge. Hops right back up again. Nice turnaround. Feeds it back to the line. Here's Twos. Twos shot into the shin pads. Tried to play it in front, but nobody was there. Hagenmiller can't hold the line. Get rid of it. Nordby is right on him. Now O'Keefe with it, but he couldn't control it. Twos is there. Twos gets it to the line and out. Both teams need a line change.
Yep.
Minute 10 gone in this overtime. Sent down the ice. Twos back along with Fredrickson. Hagenmiller heads off. O'Keefe relays it. Past Moreau. No icing. Bulldogs change the remainder of the 4. Puck hops free. Now Hollerick is there. Tried to play one in front. Wackel. Moreau. Here's Draheim. Play it on ahead for Signs. Signs has New Ulm's only goal. Signs through traffic. Hits the brakes. Nice little play. Sends it near side for Rewitzer. Tipped on. Score. Selner or Signs, I couldn't tell. 1:54. The time of this overtime game-winning goal for New Ulm. 2-1 is your final score. New Ulm playing from behind the entire game, but they come out victorious here tonight. Folks, we'll see you down in Waseca next Tuesday. For Joe Kane, I'm Ryan Phelps. If you're here, get home safe. Wherever you are, have a great evening.